This one. How are you doing?
Dear cherished viewers, we have our reading here at an encounter with the man of God, Prophet Maurice Kawu, and by then they have a great testimony to share. So first, we'd like to know their names and where they are coming from. Mom, please, what's your name and where you are coming from?
I'm Deborah. Mankutui Deborah. I'm Mankutui Deborah.
Mankutui Deborah.
Yeah.
Wow. Please, what of this man?
This is my husband.
Okay.
He's called Samuel Kasim Salifo.
Wow. Samuel Kasim Salifo. Wow. So please, who is this man to you?
That is my husband.
That is
My
Mr.
husband.
Samuel is your husband.
Yes.
Please, what was the problem that brought you to the man of God, Prophet Maurice Kawu?
The problem was that we had some fasting and prayer.
Okay.
7 days fasting and prayer.
Okay.
We had 7 days fasting and prayer.
Okay.
And along the line, we were attacked.
Okay.
And for about 3-4 days, we couldn't bear it. And so we have to go to the hospital because of that. But from the hospital, there was no any results that really shows that he is sick or any other this thing.
Okay.
So we decided that we have to get spiritual prayers somewhere else. And that made us, we asked the hospital to discharge us. And so when we were discharged on Monday. Then on Friday, we tried getting him, but we couldn't because a friend of us introduced him to us.
Please, who?
He's Elder Simon.
Okay.
Yeah. So we tried getting him, but we couldn't. Then on Friday, we had him. Immediately we called him. He said we should come around to the house. And then when we came to the house, he really received that well and then prayed for us and gave us a directions that we should take up.
Okay.
That God has really given him the direction to be given to us. And so we went home and applied the same direction. That is, he just anointed Voltic water, one for bathing and then one for drinking. And that was all. And gave us for 7 days. And when we went, really, God being so good, then the God that is in Prophet Maurice really answered our prayers. On the 3rd day, on the 4th day to the 5th day, he was not speaking, but he started speaking.
Wow.
And then he started doing things of his own that he couldn't do. He was helpless and we were doing those things.
Wow.
And so on the 4th to 5th day, he started doing those things. And on the 6th day, he could now eat on himself. Then on the 7th day, we were thanking God for the healing.
You were thanking God
Yes.
for the healing. So, Mom, with this situation, how long have your husband been in it?
I think today's being Monday is the 4th good weeks that we are.
4 good
Yes,
weeks.
yes.
That means when you met the prophet of God, Prophet Maurice Kawu, and he gave you a direction, within 4 days he was able to speak, in
Yes.
which he was not even speaking
Yes,
at all.
the case started. It started a week. Then we were admitted at the hospital for 1 week. That is 2 weeks.
Okay.
Then the 3rd week we were able to meet Prophet Maurice.
Okay.
And so getting to the 4th week, we were okay.
Wow. So when you found out that this your husband's situation has really changed, what came to your heart? How did you feel?
Oh, we were really happy. Very, very happy.
Wow.
We were very, very happy for my husband's situation, because the situation I really saw at the beginning, I didn't really, I was very sad, because it came to a time he was even removing his things out.
Wow.
And that made me very, very sad. And I didn't know what to do. I was only calling on God.
You were only calling
On God.
So, wow. In those situations, or in those times situation, what was the effects towards you?
For the effect,
Like
I couldn't.
emotions.
I can't just. The effect is too. It was too much, because my children, they reopened school for a whole week. They couldn't go.
Wow.
Because I was taking care of him, and then the children, to how to prepare them to school, and then the taking care of him too is also another problem.
Wow.
So for a whole week they didn't go. It was the next week, that is the week that he was now getting the healing, that we were able to send them to school.
Wow. So if I may ask you, what do you have to tell viewers out there about what God is using Prophet Maurice to do in our end time?
God is using Prophet Maurice to do marvelous things.
Okay.
Very marvelous things.
Wow.
And I think people should know that, yes, God is working.
God is
It's working.
Wow.
Yes.
God is working. So for those people in the same caliber or the same situation in which your husband, or let me say the family, was in, what good advice, people will say they've gone to so many prophets, and well, like when they go, their problem still remains the same. What good advice do you have for such people?
The advice I have for people today is that, especially Christians of today,
Okay.
I want to tell them that they should always believe in God and trust in God.
They should believe
In God and trust in God and have faith in God.
Wow. Wow.
They believe, trust, and faith.
They should have these
Three key things.
Wow.
And that will move them wherever they are.
Wow. Wow. We bless God for such a wonderful time. So, Mom, please, I want you to tell viewers and listeners out there about the level in which your husband was into.
For the level in which he was, it was too bad, because the first week, when we started the 7 days fasting and prayer, the 3rd to the 4th week, he couldn't see.
Okay.
Then to the 5th day, he went blind. He went dumb.
Okay.
He couldn't talk again. Then after the 7th day, he was now violent, just growing mad.
Wow.
He was violent, and 4 of us couldn't even hold him.
Wow.
And he was now bringing out his things out.
Wow.
And so that made us to become afraid, and then we have to send him to the hospital. So when we sent him to the hospital, they just gave him the injection that to relax him.
Okay.
And that was all. And all the tests we went through, we didn't really get any major problem there.
Okay.
Because we even had a CTC scan, but none of them, the doctors could not interpret it for us.
Wow.
Yes, because they didn't get anything.
Wow.
That was it. The situation was bad, because even bathing, going to toilet, just even urinating, it was a problem. So he could even urinate on himself. Even for the toilet, he was not going, because he was not eating.
Okay.
So for the toilet, he was not going. By urinate, bathing, pasting, everything, we were doing it for him.
Wow.
The brother will bath him. We will come together and even hold him and bath him. And that was the situation we were.
Wow.
In fact, it was not easy. It was not easy. And because it was an attack, he was, he had more strength
Yes.
from other
Yeah.
places. So he was heavy that we couldn't even carry. If you want to push him, it was a problem.
Wow.
So you have to. It came to a time all of us were even down, that we couldn't even help again.
Okay.
So that was the situation he was.
Wow.
Yes.
So this should tell viewers out there that God is really at work.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
God is
It's
really at work.
Yes. But for the week we met the man of God, that is Prophet Morris. He could not bathe himself. He could not paste.
Wow.
He could not do all things.
Wow.
He can eat on
Wow.
on himself. He can eat on it, like on his own.
Okay.
Yes, he can eat now,
Wow.
and
And
no
he-
one will help him.
And,
Yes.
and he has become
Now he has even become very calm,
Wow.
and he's even like feeling shy.
Wow. Glory
Yeah.
be to God.
He's not feeling shy from like those things that was happening.
Wow.
He was not feeling fine. He doesn't feel fine that those things happened before. Yes. On the fourth day, he was now asking us. After we met Prophet Morris, he gave us the direction for 7 days. So on the fourth day, he was now asking us, how come? Why is he here? And all sorts of things.
Wow.
Because he was now gaining his conscience.
Wow.
And so he even asked how come he was here. And we said, can he remember what happened? Then he said yes, he knew he was sick. And I said, I asked him what happened and you were sick. Then he said he was fasting. And then he fell sick.
Wow.
So I said, okay, you have now remembered that you were fasting whilst
Yeah.
the sickness came. So that is the reason why you are here.
Wow.
So that was the time he was now gaining his conscience.
Wow.
That he's no more on himself. He knows that he was sick, and then he's now getting himself back. Yes.
Wow. So as you see your husband right now,
Mm.
are you really happy?
Very, very happy.
Wow.
Very, very happy.
So in those times of situation, how was the family like to you?
The whole family was worried. The whole family was worried. That's for that one. The whole family, even to an extent, the uncle was crying like a child. I even have to make him, console him, that he was giving glory to the devil because he was crying.
Wow.
And so he should be faithful.
Should have
So
faith.
yes, he should have the faith that he will be healed.
To be healed. And truly,
And truly,
he is healed.
He's healed.
Wow, glory be to God.
Amen.
So this tells us that God does everything in his own time.
Yes,
There is
yes.
nothing that is too hard for God
Yes.
to do. Wow, praise be to God. So listeners, if you are listening to us, let me tell you, distance is never a barrier. I just want you to have that faith. Don't say you've gone to so and so prophet, so and so pastors, and your problems still remain the same. Just make a move. Come and meet this man of God, Prophet Morris Kawu, and I'm telling you that your life will never remain the same. So we would like to hear from the husband, how the husband is faring. So, Mister, please, how are you now?
I'm fine.
You are fine. Wow, glory be to God. So somebody who could not talk, somebody who went blind can now see. Somebody who could not talk can now speak. How do you feel? What should go through your mind that God is really at work? So please just come and join us, and I'm telling you that you'll also be fine as our Mister is fine. So we would like to call one of the brothers for him to also come and confirm the kind of situation the brother was into. So brother, please can you join us on stage? Yeah, welcome sir. Thank you. Wow. So please, who are you to this gentleman?
That's my brother.
That's your brother.
Yes.
Wow. Please, can you also confirm how was your brother situation at first? So before that, what is your name?
My name is Andrew Sule.
Andrews Sule. Wow. So Mr. Andrew Sule, please can you tell us before how was your brother's situation?
The first day I met my brother lying down, I cried a lot. I couldn't go out today. I couldn't go out. I was just sitting down looking at him. Because someone who came to me on Monday, he called me on Monday to come and we go to apologize for our brother and our wife. Well, they were having problem with the family.
Okay.
He called me to come and we do everything together. He even sit and did the apology to the family.
Okay.
I went to work on Tuesday. Before I could come back to see him, I came back and he was very sick, couldn't talk, lying down. Even eating was a problem. But we pray for a number of days. It wasn't coming down, so we had to send him to hospital.
Okay.
So the very day we sent him to hospital, it was terrible. I could see that three of us couldn't even hold him. And people you couldn't even expect to cry were crying.
Wow.
Because of the love the family have with him. But we called pastors to come. They came and helped us with prayers. Everything went on well. It went down small, then we called to come and help us to go to hospital.
Okay.
So when we get to the hospital, it was sad. They had to tie the legs on the hospital bed, and as being the junior brother to him, I couldn't do anything, because even holding him some way that I don't feel that, because he's senior to me.
Okay.
And I was given that kind of respect, but just because of sickness, we had to do all these things. So when we went to the hospital and came back, because we asked them to give us a chance to go for prayers, when we came back, we came to one of our brother's house, Brother Simon. We came to his house, were there for a day. He said he's having one prophet whom he think if we go to him, we'll get the solution. We asked him to call to find out whether he's around, so that we could come and see
have an encounter with him. Okay.
So he called and he gave us the next day to come. When we came, it was around 3. He didn't want to come in. I and my junior brother had to force him to come in. But he was asking that, why are you doing me like that? Leave me, why are you doing me like that? But we were forcing him to. So when we came in, Prophet Morris prayed for him and gave us direction to go and follow it. He prayed on water and gave it to us to go and give him one to be drinking, and the other one he will be bathing with it. When we went and started using it, within 4 or 5 days, he started speaking, and he's even asked, why are we here? We are even in church. He was saying we are even in church. That we should go home. We shouldn't sleep in the church, but we just talk to him to calm down. When the things get better, then we'll go home.
Wow. Wow. So you said the prophet prayed on water.
Yes.
And he gave you a direction. Please, I want to ask you, the water, did you buy it from the prophet or not?
No, we went out. We brought one at home, and we went out and bought one. But when we were coming, we brought one. But when we came in, he said he needs two.
Okay.
So my junior brother had to go to buy one to come.
Wow.
When he went and bought it and come, he just prayed over them and
Wow.
said we should go.
So
and
that
start
means
it.
Prophet Morris don't sell water. You
No.
actually brought your water.
Yes, we brought the water.
Wow.
We brought the water.
You brought the
Yes.
water. Wow. So seeing your brother's condition now, as he is well, how do you feel? What is the joy? Can you please tell us your emotion?
I don't know how to express the joy in me, because I could remember when I went back to work, the whole 3 days I couldn't eat. Even as you see me being fat, I was rather going down. My college teachers asked me, why are you going down? Why don't you eat? You were someone who joke in this stuff and we laugh, but why not? So, but now I can see that God, the God that we are worshiping, is not just the God people think they are worshiping. Our God is very strong. He done a very marvelous thing in our family. Now that our brother is healed, he can do everything for himself. What he couldn't do, now he is doing it. So I only want to say we have thanked God, and we thank the prophet Morris for for the good thing he has done for us.
Wow, for the good thing he has done for you. Yes. I want to ask one question. From the one you came to see or to meet Prophet Morris, did you in any way pay any money as a consultation fee or any other thing? Did you pay any money?
No. When we came, immediately we came in, he just welcomed us as his brothers and sisters. He even gave us water to drink. He prayed for us. He did everything for us without even asking anything. Wow. And when we were even going home, he said we should go, and when we are seeing the situation being calm or it's not changing, we should call him, and he helped us in prayer. But he didn't take anything from us. Wow. He only prayed for us, tell us that we are the brother, and as man of God, he has to take every situation as his own situation. So he prayed for us, and
that was all.
Yes.
Wow. Glory be to God. Glory be to God. This is what God can do. This is what our living God can do. So, brother, if I may ask you once again, what is your advice to viewers viewing you right now about what God is using Prophet Morris to do in our end time, and to those people who are also in the same situation, seeking for help, but their problems still remain the same? What advice do you have for such people to as well?
The advice I have for the people out there is they should believe in God, they should trust God, and they should have faith. Without trust and belief and faith, you would have go to Malams for solution. But because we believe that our God is the God who can heal us, we trust in him and we believe him, and our brother is healed.
Our brother is healed. Wow, God bless you for coming and for sharing this testimony to our viewers out there. And I know that your testimony is encouraging somebody who is also in the same situation, that our God is really at work, and our God hands is not short that he cannot see, or the eyes blind that he cannot see. The Bible says he sees all things and does all things in his own perfect time, and this is what God can do. So listeners out there, this is what God can do. If you are just sitting down saying that you are in the same situation, so you have relaxed because all prophets or pastors are the same, I'm telling you that just have an encounter. Come and have an encounter, and I'm telling you that your life you will never and ever be the same. God bless you. Shalom.
Shut